Your attention, please. All crafts are performed by a trained, certified hippie. They involve heating metal and vinyl in an oven. Please do not attempt. Thank you.
Oh, wow, man.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. Matt. I'm here with Uncle Lee. Just got back from a vacation with family, going over there and celebrated a late Thanksgiving. I went to the beach, saw a seal. That was pretty cool. A couple of seals, I think. It's hard to tell because they kept popping up all over the place. I'll show you a little bit of video here. But I really actually made a video to talk about Uncle Lee's vinyl record lamps, which he won first place in the Orange County Fair in the division of upcycled items. You can see two of them right here. He used them for the base of the lamp and for the lampshades. It's really cool. He's made them many times before. Here you see two that we made on my trip with him. And he wanted to show me this time how he did them. And I was like really excited to learn about it. He talks about them all the time, but I was really excited to actually be a part of the process and see how he goes through it. He has billions of records in his garage. Anytime he went to a garage sale, he would always pick some up. And he was going through a lot with me here, seeing if there were any that caught my eye that we might want to use, because the actual label does become part of the lamp. Oh my gosh. Look at the file, Jethro Tull. Yeah, that guy just passed away. Can't remember which one it was. Yeah, let's ruin it. Oh, I feel bad now. We're going to anyway. When you stretch the vinyl on these records, you don't have to use them as lampshades. You can use them for whatever your imagination comes up with. Here he used one as a clock. If you stretch them and make them deep, you can use them to amplify your iPhone speakers. He's made them to roll dice on so that the dice don't roll off the table. Really, there's limitless possibilities. Wow, that's a Nixon thing. Yeah. That's so neat. In an inaugural speech on a record, and then you turn it into a clock. That's so cool. Well, you got some reel-to-reel.
Mm-hmm. They tried to make those in the clocks too.
Yeah, you weren't able to, or?
No, I never sold 12 top hits.
Oh, you made them, but you didn't sell them.
So I've got plenty of records to cook.
Yeah.
Who are you looking for?
Oh, I don't even remember. Pink Floyd or something. Like, I can't even remember who else. No, these are cool. Okay. The ones we got are good.
Well, let's start with these and see.
Yeah. And then right as we were walking out of the garage, I just happened to notice on the wall, here's a little plaque from the Orange County Fair. Lee Young's division winner with his first place blue ribbon. Pretty cool.
This is what maintains the paper on the records.
Those are two metal plates, one with a screw attached to it on the bottom. That's the size of the label, and then one that fits over the top.
I've got a little circle on here so that I can line up the mold when I press it in there.
And then he's got a wing nut that goes onto that top screw that attaches them both together. His neighbor friend Gary machined all the pieces that you're seeing here.
When we put it in the frame, there's two pieces. And there's a little circle on here to help me line it up.
The bottom plate has threaded holes, so when you screw the top plate into it, it holds the record in place so that it doesn't move.
And I wrote the recipe on the middle, because I'd always forget.
You're doing there. So it just holds the edge of the LP where there's...
It just holds about 1/8 of an inch of the record back.
Yeah, where there's nothing on it. When you first put the needle down, right. That's the part that it's holding. 1/8 of an inch is not a lot for that frame to hold on to. So if he doesn't tighten it down enough, when we go to push down and stretch the vinyl, it could slip out of the frame. Now he's just placing a baking sheet in the oven, and he's going to put the record frame on top of that so that if it melts or drips or anything, it's not going to get all over his oven.
And we do it for 3 minutes.
Okay.
And then we take it out of the oven, we put it on here. And then we take this, line up those holes in the center, and press it down.
And do those edges hit the metal once it's down far enough?
This goes all the way to here.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it may take the two of us pushing down on it.
Okay.
Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
If you look around my uncle's house, he has some pretty amazing things. And one thing I noticed was this green can that he had. And I decided to ask about it because he uses it to push down the mold because the frame for the records fits pretty perfect on top, he said. And it's a civil defense can. And I guess there were supplies in it, like probably rations or medical supplies or something. And so he turned it around for me, and he was saying that if you look at it, it says it has supplies, and after you empty it out, you can use it as a commode, which is basically a bathroom, I guess. So it's kind of gross. But anyway, I hope nobody used that as that before he got it. So here we are waiting for the timer to go off, and it's going to go off in just a second. My uncle's pulling out the rack there. We're going to push down on that lampshade together with a lot of force. And you have to hold it down. We hold it down for about 15 seconds. Because as it cools, if you take the mold, which we're using a lampshade here as a mold, if you take that off too quick before it cools, the shape will try to go back into its original form, which was just a flat record. You want it to cool in the shape that you're trying to keep it in. So, it's not an exact science. And here we didn't quite get it to stay in the shape or cook it long enough, he said. It didn't get hot enough and it didn't stretch far enough to the way he wanted it. So we tried to put it back in, but he thought it was going to like fold in on itself. So he didn't want to do that and pushed it down a little more. But yeah, you can actually even crack them if you're not careful. This one, he got it to go back down a little bit, but he said, nah, we're just going to leave it as it is. So this one didn't work out perfect. I liked it, and I still have it. I think it was Van Halen, which is another band that lost another member this past year. Or was it? I think it was the year before, actually. In 2020, I think we lost Eddie Van Halen, which was a shame. Oh yeah, he's going to try to do that one again. So there were a lot of records that we made that didn't quite make it, but we spent a long time cooking records, and I'll just do a little quick montage of all of them and stuff, and you can check them out. But that's basically the process, is you pull them out, and you press on that, and you wait for it to cool in that shape. If you remember the clock, that was in a different shape. It had like kind of curvy edges. I believe it was just kind of a Corningware or a porcelain serving dish that had those edges on it, and he pushed that down into the frame. It just fit inside the frame, and he used that to make those cool edges. So I hope you enjoyed this and enjoy the montage, and thanks for watching.